people all over this country say that is nuts. That's nuts. Anybody in the Congress who believes in cutting these life-important benefits, we're going to give them a political choice.
Every adult American to get a shot. And the last thing we need is the Neanderthal thinking that in the meantime, everything's fine, take off your mask.
Folks, some lawmakers in Congress warn that Republicans and Democrats may not be able to reach an agreement on President Biden's new infrastructure package anytime soon. Many states are getting ready to pass out additional financial relief to their residents. And this is awesome news, everybody. Now, if you guys support a $200 increase in your Social Security benefits, and of course, a fourth $2,000 a month stimulus check, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And everybody, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family, because on this channel, I will always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. Now, House Republicans just introduced a 5-year, $400 billion transportation bill on Wednesday that directs historic levels of funding to highways, bridges, and transit systems. The bill comes amid ongoing talks this week between the White House and Senate Republicans over their competing infrastructure plans. The bill unveiled on Wednesday represents a potential third option for infrastructure funding, and one that's more narrowly focused than either the White House plan or the Senate Republicans' plan. Representative Sam Graves, the ranking member of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, told reporters, "Our bill focuses on the core infrastructure that helps move people and goods to our communities."
Tax cut. Once again, those at the very top get the biggest breaks. And what do we have to show for it? Even our Republican friends are now beginning to admit there's no evidence these tax cuts are being put to work in the economy. No new growth, just more debt. And that puts middle-class programs that they rely on and they've worked for at real risk. Paul Ryan was correct. When he did the tax code, what's the first thing he decided we had to go after? Social Security and Medicare. Now, we need to do something about Social Security and Medicare.
Anyways, everybody, President Biden and the White House are aware of how hard it will be to convince some Republican lawmakers in Congress to support an ambitious infrastructure and jobs proposal. And so, they have enlisted other GOP lawmakers to help them do the convincing. Over the past few weeks, senior White House officials, cabinet members, and President Biden himself have held dozens of calls or meetings with local Republican leaders to talk roads, bridges, and modern infrastructure investments. Much of the outreach has been done in private, with the White House not providing readouts of what was discussed. But in conversations with more than a dozen local officials that are familiar with the White House efforts, a few themes emerge. Everybody, the White House wants local GOP mayors and governors to convince the Republican representatives in Congress of the need to back the Biden proposal. Local leaders actually described the White House strategy that attempts to harness the outrage these leaders feel over the infrastructure crisis that they are facing and Congress's sluggish response to it. In the calls of meeting, the White House has tiptoed around how to pay for the $2.3 trillion plan, avoiding discussions about the tax hike proposals unpopular with Republicans. In some of the conversations, Biden administration officials conveyed that they understood that discussions over revenue raisers could imperil a bipartisan package. The White House is hopeful that these talks can help build public support for the package. And while they are generally not making the requests for local Republicans to lobby their members of Congress, they are encouraging it when the questions come up.
But that's not what happened. Just 266,000 workers were hired, despite the fact that there were 8.1 million job openings as of the end of March, and the unemployment rate ticked up. That's right. Despite the fact that businesses are desperate to hire workers, the unemployment rate actually increased.